So you can probably see from my window that it's raining and it's grey and it's minging. The only positive part of that is that the clouds are moving incredibly fast across the sky, so there's patches of light breaking through every so often. So I've come to a place which isn't far from where I live. I've been here once before to photograph it, and there used to be a wee pier just over there. I don't know if it's still there. It was quite broken the last time I was here, so I'm not sure if it's still here. But I'm going to go and have a look anyway. And there's also a path all the way around this bit here, and it's called Auchinstarry. Now there's a quarry here, so there's some fantastic contrast between the surrounding foliage and the trees, and there's some beautiful sort of cherry blossoms and stuff here as well. And there's that sort of dark, brutal, rocky formation right behind it. I think it might actually work if you get a really dark, stormy sky. I think it might actually work. But what I'm also going to try and do today is challenge myself to shoot in rotten conditions. See if I can get at least maybe 3 images from today. And if I get 3, I'll be happy. And if I get 3, I'll edit them and then I'll show them live, obviously, when I'm actually shooting them. Right, so let's go see what we can find. How quickly, this just shows you how quickly the weather can change. Maybe a little bit windy here just now, so I'll try and be as quick as I can, but this is shot number 1 already. This is a pier. It's tiny, it's much smaller than I remember, but it's got a lot of character. It's surrounded by beautiful trees, all these rocks. It just looks fantastic. So I put in a slightly long exposure. Well, it's not really long, it's 1.3 seconds to get the shot, shooting at f/22. So here's the shot for this particular location, and this is literally 30 seconds walk from the car park, and this is what it looks like behind me. I'm going to take a walk around this whole area and find out what else I can see. It was forecast to be sort of sporadic sunny spells, but this is just completely bonkers. So let's just continue around and see what else we can find. So I'm not quite ready to abandon ship yet. I did get 1 picture here. I've got a few close-ups, I've got a reflection shot, and I have pretty much a few different angles of the pier. I'm going to drive to another location just now and see what it's like, but as you can see from the weather, it's getting worse rather than better, and I'm soaking already. So we'll see if it clears up. We've got about another 40 minutes until sunset. Yeah, we'll go for a wee drive and see what we find. Off my hood for 2 seconds, because as you can see, it's like that challenge where the guy stands for a minute and lets the midges eat him. This waterfall is absolutely gorgeous. I found it in Campsie Glen, so I'm going to move away a little bit so you can hear me. And I've literally gone mad with compositions here. It's such a lovely wee bit, and there's loads of stuff in the foreground. There's rocks, and there's sort of golden rocks and white rocks. It's just lovely. But if I keep moving, they can't catch me. So this bit is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to continue up to the glen. I'll be further up the glen and see what else I can find. But this shot, I'll put it here. The one of my favourite from this location, I'm going to post it here. I'm shooting at quite a slow shutter. I'm shooting at f/22 for 2 seconds. So yeah, it's been raining, as you can see from my hair. But the good thing about the rain is afterwards you get this, obviously the midges are out just now because the rain's away, but you get this beautiful saturation in the leaves and all the surrounding sort of foliage and around the waterfall. And it makes it look so much more vibrant than if it just been a sort of dry day. So definitely worth coming out, even maybe not in Scotland. The midges love water. It's definitely worth coming out in the rain and rotten weather. So sunset's in about an hour's time. We're going to go for a wander and see what else we can find. I've found this composition here. Look at that sky. I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro, but that sky is looking stormy. There's a lot of low-hanging cloud up there. And there's a massive oak tree right in the centre of my frame. I did have about 3 sheep in the foreground, just for something to put in the foreground. But it's all about that sky, and it's all about that low-hanging cloud. I'm quite excited about this image. There's no light just now, obviously, because it's dull. So this bit here is just really a waiting game. I'm waiting for the cloud to move just over that first ridge up there, over the Campsie Hills, because I think that'll make it a bit more atmospheric and a bit more dramatic. I'll post it here and let you have a look at it, but I mean off the camera it looks really good, so I'll show you. So this is what I've got so far. I don't know if you can see that. I'm shooting at 40th of a second, f4. That was mainly to get the sheep in focus, and then I switched it up to f8 to get the tree in focus, and also then I focus stacked it to get the mountains in focus in the background as well. So this is one of my favourite bits on the road to Fintry. It's a farmer's bit, which you probably wouldn't be too happy if you knew I was here. I've come here because the light on that bit behind me was fantastic, but obviously when I got here there was already a car parked. Who clearly had the same idea as I had, and by the time I got parked and stopped and got my stuff out and got my gear out, the light had moved. There's some fantastic cloud formations above them just now, and so we're pretty much in Goldner now. There's wee patches of light on top of that bit over there, but that bit over there is fantastic. It's like a cliff face. I think it's part of the Campsie Hills. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's part of the Fintry Hills. It reminds me a wee bit of the Isle of Skye actually, so it's really, really nice. Obviously over there, you probably can't see that on the GoPro, but basically what we have over behind me is a full unobscured view of the Arrochar Alps. So yeah, what I'm shooting here is the light hitting that rock formation up there, and it just looks lovely. I would have liked a wee bit more colour in the clouds, but it's not to be. So I think the purpose of this vlog was really just to show that you can literally travel to your local area as many times as you like in different times of the year, and it will look completely different each time you go. So the first place I went to was Auchinstarry. It's a lovely place to go, it's really nice. Quarry is very limited. You're very limited with compositions there because it's literally just a flat face quarry. There's not really any interesting plants or trees or anything about the place, so it's very difficult to find compositions there. But I got one, the obvious one, which is the pier, which I'm quite happy with. I'm probably going to switch that to a landscape actually. Hang on. Just level that off there, move it slightly. So what I'm doing just now is I'm just basically giving a little bit of sky and giving myself a little bit of cropping room as well. Oh, the midges are really coming out now. Ah. So yeah, I've just given myself a bit of cropping room with that photograph to make sure that I can maybe do a square crop of it. I challenged myself to take 3 pictures in utterly rubbish conditions, and at the end of the second day this is what I've got, so I'm quite happy. It's nice light. I've always been quite reluctant to shoot in bad conditions because your gear gets soaking and you get soaking and it's really miserable. So obviously I've been to these areas before, and I feel like I'm starting to get to know them quite well, which isn't a bad thing, especially with your local area. I've just packed my gear away and that sky's starting to go a really nice colour. Well, I'm just going to have to get it back out the car, won't I? But yeah, so I'll probably wrap up this video here. I've got 3 pictures that I'm very, very happy with. I think there's a lot to be said for exploring your own landscape, your own back door, and get out all year round and find out what it looks like, because it's a vastly different environment in the winter. This place is like a winter wonderland. It's stunning, especially when you have that beautiful golden light and completely different place. You get a perfect view right over to Ben Lomond from here as well, which is just that big peaky one over there. You probably can't see it. You don't always have to go to Glencoe. You don't always have to go to the Trossachs. You can go to places like this and still be faced with utterly gorgeous landscapes. On that note, before I get actually eaten alive by midges, I feel like I'm doing that 60-second challenge, like I said down in the waterfall, where you stand out and let the midges eat you for 60 seconds. I don't know why people would put themselves through that. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you like this video, which is a little bit different, like and subscribe. Once again, thank you very much for watching and continue to watch the channel. And until next week, I'll see you soon. Bye!